Good afternoon, Mr. Manson. Would you have a seat, please? We are on record. These hearings are being taped, Mr. Manson, so if you would answer.
Now, I'm the type of person who pays attention to detail. And within the first 15 seconds or so of the video, I felt like something wasn't right. Manson should be in the middle of the frame, but he's not. He's center left, and that to me was odd. So what were the implications? Well, A, either the guy recording the video is completely incompetent, or B, he's including something else in the frame that he wants the viewer to see. And he is including something else. He's including this guy here in the background. And it's not an accident that he does this. You'll see why.
In Rockford, Illinois today, jury selection begins for a mass murder trial that will actually be conducted in Chicago. It's been more than a year since the murders were discovered, but Chris Kelly reports emotion in the case remains high.
You might be witnessing one of the most horrible crimes, perhaps, in a century.
It was a grisly scene. Day after day, the bodies of boys and young men being taken out of the home of John Wayne Gacy. 29 decomposed corpses were found under the house and surrounding grounds. 4 other bodies were discovered in a river several miles away. In all, Gacy is charged with 33 murders over a 7-year period. More than a year later, 11 victims remain unidentified. Authorities claim the 37-year-old building contractor used job offers and sometimes strong-arm methods to bring his young male victims to his home for intended homosexual activities. Most were killed, a few escaped.
Definitely threatened me with that he had guns in the house, and that if he had to, if I went to the police or told anyone about his advances upon me, that I would be endangered with that, and that he wanted me to realize how easy it would have been for him to kill me right then and there.
Police searched the home for several months looking for other victims. The house was so badly dismantled that it had to be torn down. Gacy has pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity. During 3 of his pretrial court appearances, he collapsed and was hospitalized for apparent heart problems. But doctors have been unable to find any health problems serious enough to prevent him from standing trial. Among those the defense would like to call as potential witnesses is Rosalind Carter, who posed with Gacy for this 1976 photograph. At the time, Gacy was a Democratic volunteer campaign worker. Because of the enormous publicity generated by the case, the jury will be selected in Rockford, 90 miles away from Chicago. The city was picked because a study showed that of 5 potential sites, people here had been subjected to the least number of news accounts of the case.
So according to the phony study that doesn't exist, the people of Rockford, Illinois were subjected to the least amount of news reports. So are they trying to say that the people of Rockford don't have televisions and newspapers? Of course, this explanation is completely absurd, and I suspect they're using Rockford instead of Chicago because they have tighter controls over the people involved.
The selection of the jury here in this Rockford courtroom and the subsequent trial itself in Chicago represent an unprecedented legal procedure in Illinois. The hope is that this, along with sequestering the jury, will assure Gacy a fair trial. Chris Kelly, CBS News, Rockford, Illinois.
We have a shot of all of the victims together here. And when you look over at the photos, I have no recollection of any of them. Never met them.
Now, to the average person, that would sound like a denial, right? He's a guy who's denying what he did, trying to escape culpability. But he's actually telling you the truth. You see, because he truly has no recollection of them. because he never met them, because it's not real, because there are no victims.
And we've gone over this more than once. They're just names and faces. And when you look at them, the thing of it is,
Stephen Kay, Deputy District Attorney, Los Angeles County.
Mr. Manson?
Charles Manson, inmate, B33 920.
Could you spell your last name, please?
MANSUN.
Thank you. Today, Mr. Manson, the panel from the Board of Prison Term.
Someone's got a knife and they're going to do something, I say, don't do that. And they say, I'm going to do it. I say, I'm gone. Do you have any further questions?
I have no further questions.
Mr. Cito?
About being paroled. In 19